you don't listen to the doubters, and the doubters never really come up to you and tell you that their doubts. They tell it to other people. But really, looking back at my career, I was so busy doing things and I never thought about whether I was taking a risk or not taking a risk. It was just the day-to-day activity as far as I was concerned. And I'd have to say, we had our failures and we had our successes. Well, everybody remembers, if they go back far enough, Jerry's drive-ins and Jerry's restaurants. And they'll remember Fazoli's and Long John Silver's. And maybe a few people will remember the great restaurants, that full-service restaurants we had, starting out with the Governor's Table, which, were it here today, would be the best restaurant in Lexington. And then after it burned, we reopened it and called it Nellie Kelly's Eating Parlor and House of Fine Repute. But it was a fun restaurant, great bar. You could, on a Friday at 5:30, you could pass out in the bar and your body wouldn't touch the ground till around 9:30. It had a barber's chair in it. It was just entirely different than anything you'd ever think of for a restaurant. But it also had good food. Those were a couple of the good ones that we had, and then we had a chain of 6 restaurants called Florenz, which was fine Italian food. And again, were we to have that today, it would probably rank very high among Italian restaurants. And we did that because we wanted to know the Italian restaurant business before we launched the fast food Fazoli's. And then we got into the motel business. We opened up our first motel in Jackson, Tennessee, the same day that Carter put a limit on gasoline and the motel business went down the drain. Then there were a few other failures that I conveniently can't remember.